In this video, we'll be looking at 3E trigonometric ratios. So the key idea is there are three terms that we need to understand. The first one is the hypotenuse, which is going to be the longest side opposite the 90-degree angle. The opposite, which is the side opposite theta. And the adjacent, which is the adjacent side next to theta, but is not the hypotenuse. So if we look at this diagram of the triangle below, the best way to remember it is the hypotenuse is going to be the longest side opposite the right angle. Next to that will be theta. Next to theta is the adjacent, and what's opposite that angle must be the opposite side. For a right angled triangle with a given angle theta, the ratios that we need to understand are sine, cos, and tan. Okay, so the ratios are given by the following. If we look at the sine of an angle, or sine theta, this is going to be the length of the opposite side over the length of the hypotenuse. If we're looking at cos theta, or cosine, then the length of the adjacent side must be divided by the length of the hypotenuse. If we're looking at the tangent of an angle, or tan theta, this must be the length of the opposite side divided by the length of the adjacent side. For any right angled triangle with the same angles, these ratios are always the same. Okay, so remember it needs to be right angled with the same angles. So the best way to remember what we've just said is SOHCAHTOA, this acronym here, SOHCAHTOA. So basically, sine is opposite over hypotenuse, cos will be adjacent over hypotenuse, and tan will be opposite over adjacent, SOHCAHTOA. Okay, let's try some of these examples ourselves. Using the given sides, write a trigonometric ratio in fraction form for each of the following triangles. So to start us off, I would recommend labeling each side that you know first. So where is the right angle triangle? It is up top here. So opposite that needs to be the hypotenuse. Next to the angle theta, this 5 here must be the adjacent. And opposite the angle must be the opposite side. So now you have to ask yourself, what do we have? I have the adjacent and I have the opposite. So that means that this ratio is going to be tan theta equals to opposite over adjacent. Okay, so in other words, tan theta equals to O over A. O we know is 6. A we know as 5. Okay, remember your acronym, SOHCAHTOA. Let's move on to the next one. So we have 8, 3, and an unknown. Let's label what we know. So find the right angle. Opposite that must be the longest side, which is the hypotenuse. Now, next to the angle is 3, so this must be the adjacent, so the last side length must be the opposite. We have the H and we have the A, so that means that I must use cos. So it's cos theta equals adjacent over hypotenuse. Cos theta equals to 3 over 8. That's it. So let's look at the last one. So the longest side length is H, which is 3. This must be A and this must be O. What do we have? We have O and we have H. So that means that our ratio that we need to use is going to be sine. So it's going to be sine theta equals to opposite over hypotenuse. Sine theta is going to equal to 2 over 3. So that's it for this video. Hopefully you learned something. I'll see you on the next one.